And we're on. Hello, Matthias. Thank you for
Hi,
being here.
no worries.
So, I wanted you to come up on here so we can share your transformation. So I'm doing this
Mhm.
podcast about transformations. And I wanted to share, if you can share your journey, how we met,
Yeah,
and we have so much to talk about. So let's
yeah.
start from the beginning, right?
Let's
So
start from the beginning.
you and
Okay.
I met in Malta. I was
Yeah,
visiting my family at the time, and obviously you came to Malta. What led you to
I,
Malta?
I came to Malta because I needed something new. I got diagnosed some months before with cancer, with a
Mhm,
rare blood cancer type. And to that time, when I met you,
mhm,
I felt a little bit lost. I didn't find my path, so I was doing travelings. I wanted to I needed someone or something, or I was searching for someone or something
mhm,
to hold and to get strength back. And
mhm,
then I found you in Malta. I can
mhm,
remember you mentioned normally you don't meet people, and as far as I remember, we went to a city in Malta. You and we in the bus we had directly the instant connection, and I told you exactly what's happening with me. That I had a long COVID infection. After that, I got diagnosed with cancer, and
mhm.
yeah, there we met, and it was a very interesting story afterwards. Yeah,
Yeah. So let's break it up a little bit, right?
yeah,
Because I'll never forget that moment. Okay, so when we met, we're on the bus. I'm like, okay, I'll show you
yes,
Imdina, which is the old capital. I love showing people Malta. It's like when I'm in Malta, I'm always like a tourist, even though I was
yeah,
born and raised there. So I remember the moment when you said we clicked right away. I,
yeah,
I knew it was divine intervention, divine, like divinely timed, right? This
mhm.
this is happening for a reason because this has been my journey. And nothing is a coincidence. That's where I am. I don't
Yes,
believe in
for sure.
coincidence. Everything is meant to be, and it's
Yeah,
divinely orchestrated. But I
yeah,
remember me being very fiery. I
yeah,
can still
yeah,
I can still feel my face from that time. You're on the bus and you're telling me about your cancer, of course, immediately empathizing and having compassion. And you being so young, you look healthy. And so I asked you, my first question was, did you take the shots? Right.
yeah.
And
Correct.
especially just come from Malta and hearing all about all these diseases all of a sudden. So I was curious.
Hmm.
And you said, yes, that's when my face like became really red. I was
Hmm.
infuriated because I've been
Yeah,
hearing so many cases and I have done so much research and I've been an advocate. So can you please share like what happened, how you were before you got the shots and just a little bit of what
yeah.
happened?
Because, what I did before I got ill with long COVID and with the cancer diagnosis is I was very sporty or was very
Right.
active. I did
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
I did some kind of ultra marathons, so long distance running, and my health was never an issue for me.
Mm.
But then I think it was in December 2021, after my third shot, I got very ill. I got a very serious situation here at home. I was 3 days in my bed. I couldn't move, and after the
Oh.
fourth day, I was able to call someone asking for help, something like that.
Oh.
And after that, I had very long, very big problems with my breathing. I was immediately tired after moving from my bed to the couch, and that was very depressing. As you can imagine, I was
Oh.
doing sport like 3 hours, 4 hours per day, and then after getting up, getting dressed, or going to the shower, and I needed to sleep like for 10, 12 hours. Luckily, my company where I'm working for, they could see me. They could see that I'm not faking, because of course I couldn't work for time. Yeah, I could only work for 2 hours. Then I needed to stop. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't talk because I had I couldn't breathe. Yeah, that was what was quite depressing for me. And to that time, I started going regularly to the doctor, taking blood tests, and there I could already see that my cancer is a blood cancer, and I have a very high level of thrombocyten, so the red blood cells. And I could see that with that, every time I'm doing the blood results, they're getting higher and higher. Yeah. The problem is that the normal doctor does not know what this means, yeah, because it can be, if you get an infection, the red blood cells can get higher and so on. I didn't knew that either, yeah. And of course, I'm not a doctor. And after 1.5 years later, I went to the hospital. Because here in Austria we have this kind, it's called long COVID ambulance, where you can stay for three weeks in the hospital. They will have a check. How are you? What do you have some psychology problems already? Of course, yeah, because and also what kind of treatments you need. And there they checked my blood, send it to a special laboratorium in Germany, and they find that I have a very rare cancer type. And yeah, of course, with that diagnosis and with the long COVID topic, yeah, I got a little bit lost, very lost. Very
dark times, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah, and that's why, yeah, I started the journey to find myself, because I lost myself, of course, and I needed to find myself again, or better, I find the new me, because the old me is ill, it's not possible anymore, or part of my old me, yeah, and that was scary, yeah, and I felt lost, alone, of course, even if I had friends and everyone with me, but. Yeah, you know, if you're ill, everyone says, "Hey, I'm here for you," but yeah, in the end, you're lost. Nobody can help you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're in the pit, you know, in the dark, in the abyss, I call it, like rock bottom, right?
Correct.
So you're in rock bottom, and you have a choice. You either just stay in there and just keep digging yourself deeper, or you ask for answers, like you did, thank God, right? You're like, okay, I gotta find myself, the way up again. I need to rise. What do I need to do? And that's usually what happens, right? So you made the decision.
Yeah.
You made the decision. It's like, okay, I need to find myself. What does that look like? What do I need to do? And that's when the answers were coming, right? That's when the doors were opening, because you made the decision. You asked. Something guided you to Malta, and that's when we met. Okay, that's why it's like, okay, I'm here. We have a mission here. We need. Okay.
You were very proactive, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's my warrior spirit.
Yeah.
Let's go. We got a mission. I saw the signs. It's very clear. You know, I know how things work. And like I always say, if you feel lost and you're at the bottom, ask, pray, and you shall receive, and God will provide the people and the opportunities. Yeah. So when you were telling me your journey and your story, you know, and of course, you know, compassion, empathy, and that's when I said, hey, this is what I do. I get to the root of issues. So would you like to talk about, so you felt lost, you were going through a lot, you lost everything, and there were other issues that you were dealing, you know, like...
I mean, that was just the start of the journey. Yeah, I met you, and you told me immediately, hey, I can help you here. I'm doing this and this, but I was not ready at that time. For all that, yeah. So it took us, I think, half a year until I felt I'm ready now. Okay, I will ask you, hey, can you help me? Is it time? Yeah. Because in the meantime, after we met, there was a New Year, and after that you came to Vienna, where I picked you. I think I picked you up from the airport.
Yeah, that was in spring. It was
It was in
it was a
spring.
year ago in May.
It was 6 months or something like that. Yeah, or eight
Yeah, it
months
was
later.
exactly. I mean, it was
Yeah,
now we're in June, but because the
yeah,
pictures came up and memories,
yeah,
I'm like, oh my goodness, like a few weeks ago. It was sometime in May.
yeah. It was in May, and we met. And sorry. And I can remember we went to the Palmen House, and after we had a walk, I felt very low energy. I can
Yeah,
remember myself, and you told me, yeah, I can feel it, that you're very low on energy. And then we were at the Palmen House, and they have some kind of butterflies in there, you know, and there was a
yeah.
butterfly. I saw that butterfly, and immediately I got a lot of energy of that. And you told me now it's time to do it. Yeah. And then I was saying, let's go on, because this was my sign. We were there. I never saw a butterfly there, and I'm living like 41 years in Vienna. I never
Wow,
saw
that's
it there,
beautiful.
yeah. And for me, it was clear. Everything is getting connected. Let's go on. Yeah.
Wow.
It's,
Yes, because I
it's where
remember,
when
the butterflies,
Yeah,
right?
and that's where the moment when I realized, um, now I'm feeling ready to go on. I know already where I want to go, but to go that way, I need to release some of my old emotional stress, what I had, because
Mhm.
otherwise I couldn't go on. You know, there was a feeling, or I had a backpack with me with a lot of stones. Yeah, and the
Mm,
backpack was hindering me running in that direction. Yeah,
yeah.
and that's why when we started the session, yeah,
Yes. Yes. So then, okay, I'm like doing the timeline here because I'm still stuck with the
sorry.
butterflies and the transformation. I'm super like, tuned in, and everybody who knows me, symbols everywhere. I'm like so
Yeah.
tapped into everything, that's why I spend so much time by myself, really, so I can be on that level. um
Mm-hmm.
so I'm remembering, it's like, okay, I went back and we immediately, right, like I said,
Yeah.
okay, the next, I gotta send you the forms, because that's why I know when someone is ready is to take your time to fill out the forms. And I explained the type of work, what it involves.
Mm-hmm.
It's intense, and it's not butterflies and rainbows. Like, let's
Yeah,
like
definitely. Yeah.
it's very emotional, and if you're ready, but I'll be there, right? I will. You're not gonna do this alone. I'll guide you. So we scheduled our session,
Correct.
and which, my goodness, I think yours was pretty long, Matthias. I
Yeah.
typically
Yeah, I
keep it
think
up to 3 hours, but yours was longer. Was
I
it
think
5?
ours was longer after 3 hours. Yeah, and it was super crazy because just saying it from my perspective, I'm a little bit skeptical about
Yeah,
hypnosis and sessions and so on. And you
right.
know, I'm a male for nearly 40 years, and okay. So I was like, let's do that. I will give 100%. Whatever it came out, I will try it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So you were skeptical. How did you feel? All right. I want you to give me a little bit of details about this, because I
okay,
am scientific. I'm equally science and spiritual.
yeah,
I'm skeptical. I need data proof. And most of my clients are skeptical. They don't know. They're gonna say,
what
the
to
same
expect?
thing.
Yeah, what I couldn't imagine how we will do that when you are not here. Yeah, how can we
Oh
do
yeah,
it? We were because we were. I think you were already back in Malta.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We did it
yeah,
on
and
Zoom.
I was here in Vienna, and I was like, okay, how will this going on? Yeah, I was a little bit skeptical, to be honest. But
Yeah.
as soon as the session started, and I prepared everything here and back, I was lying down. You gave me the commands how to breathe, how to go down, how to relax, and again I was skeptical, yeah, but it worked. It worked. I could release a lot of things. Yeah, it was a very long and exhausting session for both of us.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. It was very emotional. for
it was very
myself as
emotional.
well, because I try not to, I try to keep the space at the same time, but there was so much that we discovered. So not to get into too much details for confidentiality, but like
Yes.
just to explain the structure. So you felt relaxed, right? You didn't know you were hypnotized. It was just like this. You were awake, you were not asleep.
No.
Because there's a lot of investigation work going on during the session. So you presented me with a root issue that you were dealing with, and I was taking you back to these scenes, and it was very clear. And we were tapping into the emotions behind your issues that were trapped right deep down. We were, especially your heart. I remember that. I remember your heart, blocked and protected. I remember the wall, and we're breaking.
So we overcome it. Yeah, it was a very relief to talk also about that, what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing inside of me. Yeah. And also what we can talk about is I think about the cancer topic. That I made a pact with him, like this. So I said, okay, you're here, guy, and I named him Federico, just so that I have, because I need a name for something. I need to name something to recognize it. And I told him, hey, guy, okay, you're now with me. Let's go together. Yeah, and that was very important for me. So. To feel it, to get knowledge it, and to maybe to recognize it. Okay, I have it, and he will not go away as far as I know. Yeah, and that's okay. Yeah, and that's okay. Then he will live with me, and let's go on. Let's go. Let's start our new life together.
Let's start a new life. I remember, if you want to share a little bit, this was a huge moment for me, because it's like when I experienced this, and for you, to show you when we actually went in that part, right? The part of you, part of the session is we talk about finding the part of you within you, and I guide you, that came up with this issue. So I always speak about whenever there's a disease or anything that's out of alignment mentally or physically or emotionally, it's always two reasons. You have the environment, which we talked about already, right? Because you were very healthy before you took the shots. And the emotional, you always have two. So we knew about the environment. So we decided to go and look at the emotional part of it. And when we tapped into that part, it was very mind-blowing, eye-opener, how it developed, how Federico came when, right? And it was during a time where you felt alone, right? When you felt alone. So your body, came up with this issue to solve it, because your brain is here to protect you and keep you away from pain, not to make you happy. And develop this company for you. Remember that? It's like, it was very, very, it was mind-blowing to me when I witnessed that, So because we it's incredible, our body, our mind, what we can create, and what, but then knowing that, right, it's like give you the power back to you. So then after the session and going back to these scenes and give you clarity and releasing, right, so much came and had to be addressed, right? How did you feel?
Exhausted. And of course, I felt exhausted, and I know you mind me, don't go to the gym, don't do anything else, because you will not be able to. And I think I fall asleep like nearly half an hour later. But after that, first I felt good, and I was surprised how this was working, because again, I was a little bit skeptical, and I couldn't and it took me some time to realize what happened during the session. Yeah.
Right.
It
Yes,
was
yes.
very clear for me. Okay, this is now the situation. It took me several days because all the things what we were talking about came up also in my dreams and during the day when I was thinking about something, and that was really amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I, as instructed, I always say right after the session, you need to have your
Yeah.
journal ready because
Yeah.
things, that's just like the catalyst. I'm a catalyst, that's the catalyst. And then things will keep popping. So you got to write everything down. And then we're going to go on to the next part of
Yeah.
the transformation because it's a whole package. So we did the session. And then the second part, I made you a personalized meditation, which is the
Yes.
neuro-linguistic programming NLP recording. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Of course, of course, I want to talk about that because this was for me. You told me I will get a meditation, and again, I couldn't imagine what you will give me or deliver me or support me with what. And that was a 45 minute meditation from your side. I know it because I heard it for I think half a year, every 2 days, two times per day, at least minimum. Yeah. And in the end, I was already able to speak about everything what you were saying as soon as the meditation starts because yeah. And for me it was mind blowing because it was so much effort from your side, and I could hear also your emotions when you were recording that. Yeah. So that was a huge and unbelievable help. And I think you did it to reprogram myself, yeah, or you name it, reprogramming, yeah. And again, that was an unbelievable thing you did, and that helped me really a lot.
Yeah, because like we talked about before this session, you had old programs and they were keeping you small and they were hurting you. That needed to be addressed. And then once we got to the root and the investigation, now you need a new computer, right? You need an upgrade, you need a new hard drive, and that's the recording. So, but again, Matthias, yes, I created it for you, and you could feel my energy and the love and the energy and the healing going in at my frequency. You were picking it up. But again, you committed, because I always say you cannot do this work unless you commit to listen to that record. Because I'm not coming to your house every night and putting your headphones on. Or in the morning.
But again, that's was the thing with expecting and what I got, yeah, because I was what did I expect with the meditation? Like I thought like a 5 to 10 minutes meditation, something like that. But that was mind blowing, yeah. And when you send it to me, I think you sent it to me via WhatsApp. And my topic with voice messages, yeah, when it's longer as 2 minutes, I'm going crazy, yeah. And but this was again unbelievable from my side. It helped me so much, and that was one of the biggest helping points during the whole session. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. You could see, you could feel and see, right? So you committed to listen to it before you went to bed and in the morning. And then there were times where you were listening during the day. That depends, right, on the situation.
Yes, correct.
And again, you were very committed.
I did it. You told me the first 30 days it takes something like that, 2 times per day, morning and so when I woke up, I heard I was like starting it. When I go to bed, I was starting it. And normally when I have 3 hours or something like that, or when I went to the gym, I started it. Every time when I did cardio, I was listening to it.
Wow.
So because I was so committed and everything, because your effort in there to provide me, to help me, it was also something to not let me and you down. Yeah, because that was also some point to respect your work. Yeah, and I didn't want to do all what I can, and the only thing what I needed to do is listen.
Yeah.
It's so easy. Just listen.
You.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you because this type of work it will work if the person
Yeah.
is ready and committed.
Yeah.
Period. That's that. It's not a magic pill. I wish I can just snap my finger. It's not like that. It's
Yeah.
it's teamwork. You know,
Yeah.
we're there for each other, and you have to show up. But you committed to yourself. You showed up for yourself, and everything else. You know, it was just a bridge. I was just your mentor, a bridge.
Mhm.
So let's talk about
The
the
coaching.
other part, the coaching. So that's the hypnosis, the neuro-linguistic programming. Now the coaching.
Yeah, and again, also here the thing with expectation about coaching, because I did also some coaching and also some therapy sessions. Of course, after my COVID infection and so on, I felt not very well. And you told me you will be, of course, not here because you're in Malta, but you will be available if I have some issues. I can write you, I can call you anytime. You will reply to me immediately as soon as you can. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you, it was every time. And I had some topics where I needed some guidance, where I need, hey, I'm now in this situation. What should I do? And I know we had intense contact via WhatsApp or via voice messages or via calls. And that was helping me also very, very much, because I had also sometimes I was struggling with different topics, and you helped me here out. And I think there was not even, at least I can't remember that I needed to wait longer than 1 or 2 hours to get any kind of feedback from you. And even if it was, I heard you, but I will come back to you in some time. And I know we had also three calls, I think, video calls to get a recession and so on. And you were in Malta on your favorite spot on the beach.
Yes, so because I was grounding, right? I was explaining to you, I got a ground.
Energy. Yeah, correct. Yeah. And those sessions were also very interesting and very, very, very necessary, because we saw we could talk freely and openly about topics which we couldn't address via WhatsApp messages. So those 3 sessions, they were very helpful.
Yeah.
And yeah, the whole coaching thing was amazing job from you. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I would do it again. And I would do it again. If I had the chance to do it again, or if I had the same problem again, I would do the whole thing, the whole situation again. Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, so just to recap a little bit in regards to the
sorry, I'm jumping because everything is super.
You're doing amazing. No, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it, because a lot of my clients, they don't, like you, right? They don't know what to expect, and even when I'm explaining it, it's what it is. I would say we have this contained, we have this space. It's available 24/7. Obviously, if I'm sleeping, I'm going to reply when I wake up. And there's no time. And there were times I remember, like you texted, it was late and I was up and I reflect, because to me it's like I'm in the flow. So it's available 24/7. We check in every single day. So because self-development, this journey that we're in, this game of life, right? This is not a straight line. There are days you're flying and you're doing amazing, but there are days you're like, eh. So the daily support is like yourself, when you were dealing with specific situations and different topics, areas in your life, then I was able to tell you, this is where it's coming from. This is the root. So there's a lot of intuition going on, because I remember you saying something. It's like, so it's like, well, how did you know about this? How did you know about this? It's like, there's a lot of intuition going on, and knowledge, science, mixed wisdom, life experience. So break it down. What's coming up today. Let's check in. How you feeling? So again, you committed to communicate with me every single day and to share what you were experiencing, right? So then it's like, this is what's going on. Here's the root. Here's what you need to do. And you followed. So you were a great student, Matthias. That's why it worked. You followed, you committed. And then this went on daily basis. And then we met once a week on that 1 hour coaching call.
Correct.
To figure out. So it's intense, you know, but it's a lot of work. It's
But the time
commitment.
was flying. But the time was flying, yeah.
The time was flying. Yes. Okay. So I have, because I'm learning, right? I've been doing this for 6 years, and I'm always,
Yeah.
I started with just hypnosis, and then then I realized, oh, people need coaching, and
Yeah.
then it's like I'm always changing. But I remember, like, you and I don't know, I think we worked together for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. I can't remember exactly.
You added 1 week more.
Yes. Oh, yes, yes.
One call more, something like that, because I was feeling, hey, maybe one week more, and then I think
yes,
in the fourth week I didn't need you all the time. It was just 2 or 3 times I was writing you,
Yes.
and you were also following up. Hey, how do you feel? Are you good? And that's it.
Yeah. But after that, I tweaked a little, you know, I started tweaking a little bit with the programs, because I realized everybody is unique, right? Some people need 2 weeks, some people need 6 weeks, you know what I mean? So I appreciated that, your feedback, because it's everyone's on their own journey. Now, the most important question is, how you doing since then? How has life been?
Yeah, life is good to me. I'm doing good. I'm healthy. Of course, I have my topic, still my topic, but I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm taking less work hours currently. I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on traveling. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good, and I found my place, or my way to go.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you. So your energy is good. You're happy.
My energy is good. My vibes are good. My friends are amazing. Everything. My family is doing good. Everyone is healthy. I couldn't ask for more. Yeah. I'm really happy.
Yay. I'm so happy for you. You're in an amazing space. You deserve it. You look amazing. Very, very proud of you. Is there anything else that you would like to share? Like any advice or?
Do it. If you feel you're ready, do it. It's worth it.
It's worth the
worth
work,
it.
right?
Yes.
Good.
Do it. Put the work in there. Do everything what you say, and maybe one top extra, and see how you change. Yeah.
It's transformational.
It's a transformation. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You'll
even
never
if
be
you're
the same.
skeptical, and even if you're skeptical, like an old white guy like me, do it. Yeah. It's really worth it.
Yeah. It's like face your shadows, face your bullies, right? You just face it, face your dirtiness. It's the same principle. And you won't be the same person. You're not the same person like when we first met.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have so much more higher energy, higher frequency. So I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your time and for sharing everything.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity for that. Yeah.
You're welcome.
And we will see us. Good.
All right. Thank you, Matthias. Take care. Bye.